All right. Hello, welcome to the stream. So today, we will continue the research into nuclear energy. But instead of filling out a massive database by hand, I decided that it might be smarter to actually invest in some automated tools. So instead of, again, manually putting all this information row by row, cell by cell, I'm gonna learn a little bit about some of these Python libraries to collect data off of Wikipedia and automatically fill out as much as possible into a database of the same format. So for the next couple hours, we're gonna be investing into that.
Okay. All right. So there is a here. Let me try to see if there's information for Wikipedia API. Okay. So this is on the Wiki. All right. So this is a little bit more information about the baseline Wikipedia API. So you can see here. This is how you can interact with it if you were to do it like just use like the Python request library or try to hit this endpoint directly.
It's been some time since I last coded, so I gotta get myself familiar with some of these updates as well. But I'm just gonna be using Python and some basic scripting tools. Hopefully, eventually, we'll actually build a database as well in Postgres, and then just collect some information.
The challenge that I've found with trying to get this data, at least in the Python form, is usually there's like a one size fits all API clients sort of thing. So like if you think about like OpenAI, like they obviously developed their own Python client, and that's the one that we've been using, and so that's the official one, and that's the one that's supported well. So there unfortunately is no official Wikipedia client, and in fact, so if you've used LangChain, or if you recall when we used LangChain, we actually did use Wikipedia behind that. But what that one is doing, so just this is going to be a little bit of a lesson for you if you don't know PyPy super well. So PyPy, this is the Python package index. That's what PyPy stands for. So Py being the first two letters of Python, and then PI being package index PyPy. So you can search. This is where anybody can basically have their metadata out here, so we can know how to install packages appropriately. So most people that reference the Wikipedia Python client do so by doing a pip install of Wikipedia of this first one here. Now I want you to notice something here. So these dates on the right are when it was last updated. So this wrapper, or this API client wrapper here, which was just created by some individual, and I'm not faulting this individual at all, but it was last updated almost a decade ago. And that is why I'm not going to use it. And I actually did try to use it, to be transparent. But I had some issues, and I'm not really surprised. When things get this old, then things tend to break. And it's actually not like I actually think whoever created this, it wouldn't take them that long to repair the issues associated to it. But this is the one that I keep seeing people use, and I don't really understand why people use it, just because it is so outdated. And again, I'm not trying to rag on this person. It's just that I think they did a great job for the time, and it's actually had good longevity, of course. But it's due up for an update, and so even if you do things like Python, Wikipedia, Python Wikipedia, just if you do that, then you go to like a very notable website like Geeks for Geeks. Geeks for Geeks is using this one. Why? So this is the one that they're using. And so I tried to get this one working. I cannot get it working. I tried to use it. There also is another recommendation on here to use the straight I think it was on this page. Maybe not. There was another page on Geeks for Geeks that I found that would actually use the request library just to use the straight API calls from here. But it wasn't that great. Basically, what I was trying to do was I was trying not to basically copy OpenAI's homework, because OpenAI actually does have a way to do this. And so let me go ahead and just show it to you. So this is actually in the OpenAI cookbook, and this is them actually getting information from Wikipedia, specifically articles from the 2022 Winter Olympics, and then this is all their code. So I tried not to copy their homework, but to be completely honest, at the end of the day, I did. Well, kind of. What I basically discovered is that these Python clients they're using, this MW client, this MW person, copy their the articles from the 2020 input this, and so let me go ahead and just show it to you. So this is actually in the OpenAI cookbook, and this is them actually getting information from Wikipedia, specifically articles from the 2022 Winter Olympics, and then this is all their code. So I tried not to copy their homework, but to be completely honest, at the end of the day, I did. Well, kind of. What I basically discovered is that these Python clients they're using, this MW client, this MW parser from well, I get that it is what it is. It's the MW parser from hell. Like I don't know why it's called that. So these two specifically, recall again. This is why I brought up that we are actually interacting with MediaWiki here. That's what the MW stands for. And so I don't know who created these clients. Again, these are not official Wikipedia clients.
PRIS, developed and maintained by IAEA for over 5 decades, is a comprehensive database focusing on nuclear power plants worldwide. PRIS contains information on power reactors in operation, under construction, or those being decommissioned. All information and data items are collected by IAEA via data providers nominated by member states. PRIS is available to both the general public and registered users as follows. The PRIS public website provides information on PRIS and global nuclear power reactor statistics to the general public. PRIS DAVA for registered PRIS users only consists of, okay, so I probably am not going to be able to register myself. 2 official agency publications are PRIS. Okay, so we want this first one, PRIS, general public. Register. Okay. How to register. Has been available since 1989. PRIS Statistics was released in 2010. To get access to PRIS Statistics, please first register for a Nucleus account. Uh-oh. So we need to make an account. 2 accounts. Access to PRIS Statistics is free to IAEA member states and international organizations. Okay, cool. So Estonia is probably one of these, right? IAEA member states. All right. So I'm hoping this is off screen. I got to make an account here. It's all right. So what I'm doing right now, if there's no activity on the screen, is I am making an account for Nucleus, or IAEA, which gives me access to the database of nuclear power plant projects. Institution. Okay. Please follow the activate account link below to complete your account creation and gain access to the site resources. Click here. All right. And then follow the instructions provided on the PRIS registration page. Welcome to PRIS. The Power Reactor Information System is a comprehensive data source on nuclear power reactors in the world. It includes reactor specification and performance history data. The monthly power production and power losses data has been recorded in PRIS since 1970s. Due to detailed classification of energy losses and comprehensive outage encoding system, a set of internationally accepted performance indicators, blah, blah, blah. In order to access, you have to create an... Okay, we did that. Sign in. Extension. Nucleus Web single sign-on home. The Nucleus Web. Okay. Sign in. Request for access. Oh. License agreement. Please download the sentence from National. Oh boy. To get online access to PRIS via PRIS Statistics, please download and send subscription form to your national authority for onward forwarding to the... Jesus Christ. Oh man. Okay. But I think we have to do this anyways, but today we will not be getting access to this database because I have to go through some security checks, it looks like. Which is fine, just it's going to be a little time consuming. I have to send it to Vienna. Wow, in Austria. Okay. Well, I think for now we're just gonna take note of that. So, Pristat.
As far as I can tell, but they work really, really well for our purposes. So mine is a little bit. What we're going to be doing today is going to be more simplistic than what OpenAI did, but it's pretty straightforward. After I mean, the first time you look at it, it's a little bit. I don't want to say clunky, but it's hard to understand what's going on here. But basically, what it's doing is it is taking one of these categories. So it's they're using the category 2022 and it's basically iterating over every single one of these pages and doing like a recursive thing because you can actually have categories of categories. I don't know if there's any categories. Okay, there is one category of categories here, so you can see that if we were to toggle this open, then it display all those as well. So what they're basically doing is they're just doing like this recursive flow throughout here to extract the text from every single one of these sections. Like I said, I want to kind of keep ours a little bit more simplistic. So instead of grabbing the full text from this page, we are just going to grab this section here. Now, I do want to call out one thing that while we're looking at this page, notice over here that we have this box over here that actually has the respective review scores for each of the gaming websites and whatnot. This is what we would call like an info box, I guess, or perhaps this is not the info box. I know for sure this one up here is called the info box. I don't know if you just call this a straight table, but basically this is being represented in code, and we don't really care to see this. So when we get the text back, you will see that we will have this in here, but we need to figure out a way to get that out of there. And there is fortunately a pretty clean way to get that out. Okay, so let's start off. Let's go ahead and what do I want to do? I want to make sure I'm setting the table correctly. Okay, so the first two things that we're going to need to do if you don't have them installed already, so like I mentioned, we will be making use of this MW20 MW parser. So if you don't have this installed, it's as simple as doing the pip install. So pip install MW parser from hell. So I've obviously already done this, so it's already good.
MW parser from hell. MW parser from hell. MW parser from hell, the MediaWiki parser from hell, is a Python package that provides an easy to use and outrageously powerful parser for MediaWiki wiki code. Looks useful. Well, the MediaWiki parser generates HTML and has access to the contents of templates, other direct interface to the source code only. This has several implications.
Go, and then you would also do the same thing for the other pip install.
All right, I'll be right back. right.
As well. All right. So
Okay, so I mean, I can do a lot of things here, but at the end of the day, I need to figure out how do I. How do I? Well, actually, let's do BKW wiki nuclear. How do I take these boxes full of data and because almost every single company has every single page for a nuclear power company has this box. And so the question then is how do I take this box and convert it into these rows of a database just by automating the whole thing? And it should be relatively straightforward. So I don't know if I actually need all this stuff that he's putting out here. All right, let's close some of this stuff up. So that will keep, this will close, this will close, this will close. This will keep. Okay. How to call Wikipedia API. You can use get request. Consumer use action. Wikipedia.org. W. Mosquito. Properties are data about a page, such as categories or content on a page, such as images or links. Properties are data about a page. API.php action query prop revisions. Oh, here we go. Content format. Wiki text parser. Wiki text parser. Wiki text parser. Simple to use wiki text parser library for MediaWiki. Request allows you to send HTTP requests extremely easily. There's no need to manually adjust query strings from URLs. Put post Pip3 install requests. User desktop users to test line 34. Define wiki text, print the wiki text. Okay. Please set a user agent restrictor policy. Custom user agent in your request. Here is the corrected scope.